Hello. I don't think I'm going to be making intros for many of my videos anymore, just because I feel like that defeats the purpose. I feel like it's more of a impersonal, just rambling. I guess it's small talk, but in an isolation, one-way kind of thing. Like, you're hearing me talk about what I feel about, and then there's you listening to it, hopefully having those thoughts in your head like, oh yeah, I do agree with that. And I'm like, yeah, right? You know, it's water cooler talk, but it's one-sided. And it's me, the mailman. The man you don't know, but I hope you get to know a little more. At least in terms of my own thoughts. I guess, what's on the mind of me right now while I talk to you? I guess, let's talk about a mailman topic. Let's talk about another isolated mailman topic. Because if you couldn't tell, I kind of know a thing or two about being a mailman. Not very much, though. Not very much, but enough to complain, as most jobs are. It only takes like a day or two for you to find something to complain about your job. And one thing that even the customers of people receiving mail hate is certified letters. Certified letters, if you don't know, thankful, that's a very good thing if you don't know what a certified is, because 90% of the time it feels like certified mail is bad news. No one likes them. And another more typical thing with certifieds is you need a signature. You need someone at the household to get a signature or to sign for the certified letter. And since the certified is mainly bad news, you get to ring the doorbell and stand there, and then they answer the door and they see the mailman. They're like, ooh, am I getting my mail? Oh no, I have to sign for something. Oh no, it's a certified. Oh no, it's the IRS. That's just a very common place that sends out certified mail that I can think of off the top of my head. Sometimes that's not always bad news, but most of the time I feel it could be bad news. Now, we don't know what's in the certified mail. We just see who sends it. You know, and it's not fun for us. I've talked about it in other videos before, the idea of when you're in the mail truck all day, just doing what I'm doing here, which is grabbing a couple letters, throwing it in the box, and without ever even getting up. It's the laziest kind of work day for a mailman, but it's also, it gives you the most mail because it's so lazy and so easy, and you're driving rather than walking. You're given a lot more mail than a walking mailman. So, not like that changes much. It's still a pretty easy day. You know, you want the mounted routes, unless you like walking. I kind of do, because sitting down all day hurts my back. Shout out to all of my bad posture folks. But with certified letters, getting out of the mail truck, it's just, you see that you're like flipping through your mail, you're like, okay, mail, making sure that it's all for the right address. And then as you're kind of flipping through, you realize, because we have machine sorted mail we don't sort, we're just given. So we don't really see the contents, we just see the addresses. It's all lined up and organized for us. It's just a subsection of the mail. Mainly envelopes, bills, and stuff like that. Your average mail. You'll just see that green thing that says certified with the barcode on it, and you're like, oh, shit. I have to do this. Because not only do you have to get up. I know, right? Fucking Jesus. First world problems, excuse my language. Not only do you have to get up, you have to go up to the door, ring the doorbell, and look at the customer dead in the eye and say, I have a certified for you. And just sometimes it's like you just like destroyed their entire week with that certified. That certified ruined their life. You're just like, yep, nah, if you could just scribble your finger on the wacky little signature line on my touchscreen, we can both get on with our day. And then you just kind of have to pretend like they are not on the verge of like tears or anger and just leave. Very fun, very, very fun thing. I bet other mailmen, especially newer mailmen, I doubt older mailmen will really relate to much of what I say. That's not really what this is for. This is not a hub for mailmen, right? It can be if you want it to be, but I'm a younger guy, so I have younger guy opinions, younger guy thoughts, younger guy ways of looking at life. So when it comes to being a mailman, I have my complaints about it that are more embedded in my own self rather than the job itself. I feel like that sounded good, right? Big words make me sound smart. I hope I'm annoying, because I'm known to talk a lot. I don't hope I'm annoying, but I assume I'm annoying. I don't think I'm annoying. What else can we talk about? Because that's kind of where all I have to say about certifieds is they suck, and I think everyone knew that, at least if you know what a certified is. Oh, you know what's a great certified story? One time, we deliver mail on Halloween. We don't really let most things stop us, except the really big holidays, and Halloween's not really considered a big holiday, at least to the post office. So the fun part is most of the day on Halloween, because it's mostly a weekday. You know, I've only ever delivered Halloween when it's a weekday. Probably till like 3 p.m. Most trick-or-treaters are still in school. So we get out at like 4:30. So most of the day, we're not really dealing with trick-or-treaters. You just see like the bowls left out with the signs that say, please take one, and stuff like that. And then you get some customers who are willing enough and kind of just really amped up about the holiday to give you, they'll give you some candy, which is always nice. It's always nice. We're not really trick-or-treaters. Yeah, we look scary. Guys in bright blue polos and blue shorts and blue hats. We're very blue. We look terrifying. So thus, I guess they're trying to give us candy to get us away. No bills for them. How's it going? Have a good day. What was that? No, I'm okay. Thank you. Just talking to customers. But on Halloween, you know, you get to the end of your day. This is me. I'm putting you in my perspective. Think about this. You're told, hey man, you're working Halloween. You're like, oh, damn. Even though I'm not doing anything, just the fact that it's a holiday and I'm working just sucks. But I'll do it. Of course, I'm not going to say no. You're my boss. Haha. I ain't going to no call, no show. I don't want to get fired. But, then you work Halloween, you do your whole day, you're trying to rush, you're trying to get done quick, and then you're told, or no, and then on your last hour, it's like 4 o'clock, right? You're almost done. You're so close. A couple more houses. And then you see it, a certified letter. Now, not only, or as I've discussed, that certifieds are annoying, people at that time of the day, 4 p.m. on Halloween, they're starting to expect trick-or-treaters. And you don't really think about it until you ring the doorbell and a nice old lady in a witch costume, all amped up, ready to go for Halloween, her favorite holiday. And it's my dumbass with a certified saying, hey lady, this life-changing letter here, I need a signature for. Happy Halloween. It's just, I can only imagine how much that sucked for her. But that was probably the worst certified I've ever delivered, because I felt like I ruined her day. And it's Halloween. I was probably her first trick-or-treater. She probably got out of her chair, it's like, oh, we got one, and then just a damn old mailman with bills in his hand. Thank you, appreciate it. Can't wait to spend more money on utilities and lawyers, and for whatever reason, I don't know what it was for. I don't know what the certified was for. Sometimes they don't have a return address on them, at least until you open it. So I genuinely don't know, but she seemed devastated by it. So I hope all's well with her. Man, this whole video was all about certified letters. Not all videos will be about mailman exclusive topics, but that is my job, so I will talk about it. Maybe I'll talk about my old jobs, not in detail, but just enough to where you can relate to what I have to say about the type of job. Oh, jeez. All right, well, that's all I got.